So this is part 2 of the giraffe and the pelly and me. Presley, said the pelican, you see, the top half is of no use to me. Useless I am. I'm chewing fish. The bottom half is what counts, my lad. The bottom half of this glorious beak of mine is the bucket in which we carry our window cleaning water. So if I didn't hide the top half away, I'd be standing around all day holding it open. So I slide it away for the rest of the day. Even so, I'm still able to speak. And whenever I've flown, it has always been known as the pelican's painted beak. If I want to eat fish, that's my favorite dish. All I do is I give it a twerk. In the blink of an eye, out it pops, and they cry. It's the pelican's painted beak. Stop showing off down there, shouted the monkey from the upstairs window. Hurry up and bring that small person up to us. The giraffe is waiting. I climbed into the big orange beak, and with a swoosh of wings, the pelican carried me back to his perch on the windowsill. The giraffe looked out of her window at me and said, How do you do? What is your name? Billy, I told her. Well, Billy, she said, we need your help, and we need it fast. We must have some windows to clean. We've spent every penny we had on buying this house. We've got to earn some more money quickly. The pelly is starving, the monkey is famished, and I'm perishing with hunger. The pelly needs fish, the monkey needs nuts, and I'm even more difficult to feed. I'm a generous giraffe, and a generous giraffe cannot eat anything except the pink and purple flowers of the tinkle tinkle tree. But those, I'm pretty sure you are hard to find that and expensive to buy, the pelican cried out. Right now, I'm so hungry I could eat a stale sardine. Has anyone seen a stale sardine or a bucket of rotten cod? I'd eat the lot upon the spot. I'm such a hungry bot. Every time the pelican spoke, the big beak I was standing in jiggled madly up and down. And the more excited he got, the more it jiggled. The monkey said, What Pelly's really crazy about is salmon. Yes, yes, cried the pelican. Salmon, oh, glorious salmon. I dream about it all day long, but I never get any. And I dream about walnuts, shouted the monkey. A walnut fresh from the tree is scrumptious, glumpious, so flavory, savory, so sweet to eat that makes me feel all wobbly just thinking about it. At exactly that moment, a huge white Rolls-Royce pulled up right below us and charred in a blue and gold uniform got out. He was carrying an envelope in one gloved hand. Good heavens, I whispered. That's Duke of Hamburg's car. Who is he? Who's he? asked Giraffe. He's the richest man in England, I said. The sheriff knocked on the door of the grubber. He looked up and saw us. He saw the giraffe, the pelly, the monkey, and me, staring down at him from above. but not a muscle moved in his face, not an eyebrow was raised. The chaffers of the very rich men are never surprised by anything they see. The chaffers say, "His Grace of Duke Hampers has been instructed me to deliver this envelope to the latter's window cleaning company." "That's us!" cried the monkey. The giraffe said, "Be so good to us as to open the envelope and read us the letter." The chaffer unfolded the letter, and he began to read. "Dear sirs, I saw your notice as I drove by this morning. I've been looking for a decent window cleaner for the last 50 years, but I have not found one yet. My house has 677 windows on it, not counting the greenhouse, and all of them are filthy. Kindly come and see me as soon as possible. Yours truly, Hampers I." That added the chaffer in a voice filled with awe and respect. "Was written by His Grace of Duke of Hampshire in his own hand." The giraffe said to the chaffer, "Please tell His Grace of Duke that we will be with him as soon as possible." The chaffer touched his cap and got back into the roll's voice. "Whoopee!" shouted the monkey. "Fantastic!" cried the pelican. "That must be the best window cleaning job in the world." "Billy," said the giraffe, "what is the house called, and how do we get there?" "It's called Hampshire's house. It's just over the hill. I'll show you the way." "We're off!" cried the monkey. "We're off to see the Duke." The giraffe stooped low, and went out through the tall door. The monkey, he jumped off the window sill on the giraffe's back. The pelican, with me in his beak hanging for dear life, flew across and perched on the very top of the giraffe's head, and away we went. It wasn't long before we came to the gate of Hampshire's house, and as the giraffe moved slowly up the great wide driveway, we began to feel just a little bit nervous. "What's he like, this Duke?" the giraffe asked me. "I don't know," I said. "But he's very, very famous and very rich. People say he has 25 gardeners just to look after his flower beds." Soon the huge house itself came into the view, and what a house it was! It was like a palace. It was bigger than a palace. "Just look at those windows," cried the monkey. "They'll keep us going forever." Then suddenly we heard a man's voice a short distance away, to the right. I want those big black ones at the top of the tree," the man was shouting. "Get me those great big black ones." We peered round the bushes and saw an oldish man with an impressive white mustache standing under a tall cherry tree, pointing his walking stick in the air. There was a ladder against the tree, and another man, who was probably a gardener, was up the ladder. "Get me those great big black juicy ones right at the very top," the old man was shouting. "I can't reach them, Your Grace." the gardener called back. "The ladder isn't long enough." "Damnation!" shouted the Duke. "I was so looking forward to eating those big ones." "Here we go," the pelican whispered to me, and with a wish and a swoop, he carried me up to the very top of the cherry tree. There he perched. "Pick them, Billy," he whispered. "Pick them quickly and put them in my beak." The gardener got such a shock he fell off the ladder. Down below us, the Duke was shouting, "My gun! Get me my gun! Some damnable monster of a bird is stealing my best cherries." "Be off with you, sir. Go away. Those are my cherries, not yours." "I have to shot you for this, sir." "Where is my gum?" "Hurry, Billy," whispered the pelican. "Hurry, hurry, hurry. My gun!" The Duke was shouting to the gardener, "Get me my gun, you idiot! I'll have that thieving bird for breakfast. You see if I don't. I've picked them all," I whispered to the pelican. At once, the pelly flew down and landed right beside the Duke's furious figure. Right beside the furious figure of the Duke of Hampshire, who was prancing and waving his stick in the air. "Your cherries, your grace," I said as I leaned over the edge of the pelican's beak and offered a handful to the Duke. The Duke was staggered. He reeled back, and his eyes popped nearly out of their sockets. "Great Scott!" he gasped. "Good Lord, what is this? What's this? Who are you?" And now the giraffe with the monkey dancing about her back emerged suddenly from the bushes. The Duke stared at them. He looked as he was going to have a fit. "Who are these creatures?" he bellowed. "Has the world gone completely dotty?" "We are the window cleaners," sang out the monkey. "We will polish your glass till it's shining like brass, and it sparkles like sun on the sea. We will work for your grace till we blue in the face, the giraffe and the pelly and me. You asked us to come and see you," the giraffe said. The truth at the last beginning of the dawn. "Hon," on the Duke. He put a cherry in his mouth and chewed it slowly. Then he spat out the stone. "I like the way you pick these cherries for me. Could you also pick me my apples in the autumn?" We could! Of course we could!" we all shouted. "And who are you?" said the Duke said, pointing his stick at me. "He's our business manager," the giraffe said. "His name is Billy. We go nowhere without him." Very, very well. Very well, very well," the Duke muttered. "Come along with me. Let's see if you're any good at cleaning windows." I climbed out of the pelican's beak, and the kindly old Duke took me by the hand as we all walked towards the house. When we got there, the Duke said, "What happens next?" "It's all very simple, Your Grace," the giraffe replied. "I'm the ladder, the pelly is the bucket, and the monkey is the cleaner. Watch us go." With that, the famous window cleaning gang sprang into the action. The monkey jumped down from the giraffe's back and turned on the garden tap. The pelican held his giant beak under the tap until it was full of water. Then, a wonderful springy leap. The monkey leaped up once again onto the giraffe's back. From there, he sprangled easily as he were climbing a tree. Up that long neck of the giraffe until he stood balancing on the very top of her head. The pelican remained standing on the ground beside us, looking up at the giraffe. "We'll do the top floor first," the giraffe shouted down. "Bring the water up, please," the Duke called out. "Don't worry about 2 top floors. You can't reach them anyways." "Who says we can't reach them?" the giraffe called back. "I do," the Duke said firmly. "I'm not having any of you risking your silly necks around here. If you wish to be friends with a giraffe, never say anything bad about its neck. It's the proudest possession." "What's wrong with my neck?" snapped the giraffe. "Don't argue with me, you foolish creature," cried the Duke. If you can reach it, you can reach it. And that's the end of it now. Now get on with your work." "Your Grace," the giraffe said, giving the Duke a small superior smile, "there are no windows in the world I cannot reach. With this magical neck of mine," the monkey who was dancing around the most dangerously on top of the giraffe's head, cried out, "Show him, Giraffe! Go on and show him what you can do with your magical neck." The next moment, the giraffe's neck, which heaven was long enough already, began to grow longer and longer, and longer and longer, and higher and higher and higher, until the last of the giraffe's head with the monkey on top of its level with the windows on the top floor. The giraffe looked down from her great height and said to the Duke, "How's that?" The Duke was speechless. So was I. It was the most magical thing I've ever seen, more magical than the pelican's panther beak. So everyone, that's enough for today. Bye!